It's a strange feeling, how time seems to move slower when you're waiting for something to happen. I so badly wanted her to bring it up, to take the lead. I wanted to, but the way that my hands were shaking as I was holding my coffee told me I probably wasn't ready. She'd asked if we could talk about what happened a few nights earlier at Lucy's party. It seemed like a can of worms I wasn't quite ready to open, but I said yes, as long as we could go for a walk. It's easier to talk about important things when you're not looking at someone. It's less confrontational or something like that. I didn't know how to tell her that I wished it hadn't happened. The kiss. Not because I didn't want it to or because I didn't enjoy it. Neither of those things were true, actually. But because I didn't know where we landed now. Romance always makes things so complicated, and I just didn't want anything to change between us. I've only ever been in situations where something like this has just ruined things. With boys, obviously. Boys are easy. I understand them. I've never been surprised when a male friend has shown himself to have ulterior motives. Of course, the last time with someone I did let it go too far. Once something had happened between us, it was like a Toothpaste-Tube situation. You couldn't put it back in. He was really quite upset when we ended things. Something about him always being pushed back into the friend zone or whatever. It made me feel quite small, actually, when we broke things off, dirty, as if the friendship only mattered to him if it could lead to something more. We couldn't go back to normal after that. I think his pride was too hurt. It's like the glass had been shattered and you just couldn't put the pieces back together. It's the pieces of something that he wanted, but as it turns out, I didn't. I think I'm scared of that happening again. I mean, I am so sure it will be different. I've never questioned her motivations, but I'm terrified of being wrong. It's quite obvious to me that I love her. I am deeply, unwaveringly, disgustingly in love with her. Actually, she makes me feel warm and happy, and she sparks a joy that I struggle to find with others. I feel trusted in who I am and forgiven for who I might have been and supported in who I'm becoming. The problem is that I feel some version of that for all of my closest female friends. I can't pin down if this is different. My fear is that I am confusing romance with the platonic, or at the very least, trying to force one over the other when it just isn't there. I'm struggling to know if they can overlap. The question, of course, is sex. And if friendship alone is the answer, then have I led her on? Am I any better than those friend-zoned boys of my past? I mean, promising one thing and then trying to deliver another. It would be like the toothpaste all over again. I mean, once it's out, no matter how hard you try, you just can't get it back in.